Straight ahead on WBKB, 4 locals have been arrested on narcotics charges.
Plus, an Iosco County child care group home has been shut down, and a new look for the Bay Athletic Club's annual event.
You're watching Thunder Bay News Network. WBKB News at 6 starts now.
This is WBKB News at 6. An in-depth look at news, weather, and sports. From hard-hitting news stories to local events, we're there with coverage you can count on. You're watching WBKB News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Stewart.
And I'm Tyler Cruz. Well, the Huron Undercover Narcotics Team made 4 local arrests and 6 total for various narcotics violations over a 2-day period. On January 5th, Michigan State Police stopped a vehicle in Alpena Township and arrested a passenger with intent to deliver methamphetamine. Information from this arrest was given to the Undercover Narcotics Team, which led to surveillance on a local residence as a possible drug house. A vehicle leaving the residence was stopped and 3 arrests were made. 35-year-old Nicholas Kemper Nizgoda of Alpena was charged with 1 count of delivery of fentanyl, conspiracy to deliver methamphetamine, and habitual offender 4th. 31-year-old Stens Grace Ann Yanor of Alpena was charged with possession of fentanyl. And then 23-year-old Aaron Michelle Bissonette of Alpena was charged with delivery of fentanyl, conspiracy to deliver heroin or another narcotic, and habitual offender 3rd. On January 6th, detectives arrested 35-year-old Joshua Wayne Carr of Alpena for possession with intent to deliver methamphetamine, along with a habitual offender 4th notice. All 4 persons are being held on cash bonds upwards of $100,000. Hunt detectives also concluded a month-long investigation with 2 arrests on January 5th. 42-year-old Nathaniel David Pratt of Gladwin was arrested and charged with delivery of methamphetamine and conspiracy to deliver methamphetamine. Then 28-year-old Devon Ian Churchfield of Midland was also arrested and charged with delivery of and conspiracy to deliver methamphetamine, as well as possession of methamphetamine.
The state has shut down a child care group home located on Anna Drive in Tawas City. The Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs says the Funshine Child Care home was ordered to suspend operations following a high-risk special investigation conducted on January 7th. Investigators found violations of the Child Care Organizations Act and ordered the business to immediately suspend operations. Because of the suspended license, an administrative hearing will promptly be scheduled.
Well, former Michigan Governor Rick Snyder will officially be charged with 2 counts of willful neglect of duty in his role in the Flint water crisis. Under the Snyder administration, the city's water was switched from the Detroit water system to the Flint River in 2014. That change created more problems to the city's water system, causing lead to leach out of the lines and contaminate water coming from the tap. Around 100,000 residents drank that water. But exactly what is willful neglect? A Michigan law expert weighs in.
If any public official or a person charged with a public duty or responsibility is required to discharge that responsibility of willful neglect of duty if they willfully fail or refuse to discharge their job.
Funk says that Snyder's role in the Flint water crisis was to depend on expert analysis to help make his recommendations on the case, and those backfired.
What did he specifically do other than relying upon expert advice that he surrounded himself with, which constitutes a willful neglect of duty? It didn't turn out very well, but how would public officials make decisions if they backfired after reasonable efforts?
Well, Attorney Funk is not associated in any way with the case. The 2 counts of willful neglect of duty, which are both misdemeanors, carry penalties of 1 year in jail and a $1,000 fine.
The Optimist Club of Alpena is offering an exciting opportunity for students to demonstrate their writing ability and possibly win a $2,500 scholarship. Interested students must submit a written essay between 700 and 800 words on the pre-assigned topic, Reaching Your Dreams by Choosing Optimism. Club President Becky Thompson says the organization has a long history of supporting youth, including one of their most popular events sponsored right here in Alpena.
the Alpena Optimist Club is probably best known for our Spring Break Family Fun Day, which we do on spring break, the Tuesday of spring break at the high school, and we just set up a whole bunch of activities for kids that can't get away, can't leave town, but are looking for something fun to do.
Monday, January 18th marks the 26th anniversary of Martin Luther King Jr. Day in the U.S. The pandemic has affected many ceremonies, parades, and events throughout the country this year. Alpena's MLK committee has hosted a documentary series on race and an essay contest, but here are some other creative ways to honor the day COVID style as you gear up for the holiday with your children or family. Write a birthday card to Dr. King, prompt them to think about Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. Has his dream been recognized today? Also, watch and discuss Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech in detail. Go on a virtual visit to the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, or even listen to the music of the civil rights area. For more tips and a listing of virtual events around the region, you can visit our website.
Well, Bay Athletic Club's Nothing Can Stop the Fitness celebration goes virtual this year. The event will honor 18 community members for sharing their fitness journey on our weekly 60 Seconds Inspiration segment. WBKB's Stephanie Mich has more.
This year is extra special because it falls on the 15th anniversary of the athletic club's opening. The club's communication director, Sarah Morrison, says one of the things the fitness center makes a priority is creating transformations and celebrating them.
Health doesn't have a certain look or a certain weight. It is really just getting to a better place in life where you feel better from the inside out. And that's what 60-second inspiration stories show. And then this Fitness Inspired Gala is a chance to just kind of like the icing on the super healthy fun cake.
Morrison says the gala is usually a fancy night out involving a DJ and your best attire. While the pandemic has interrupted this year's event, she says the show will still go on.
Obviously this year with the pandemic and just life being altered, we have decided to make it virtual so people can still enjoy the magic and the inspiration and the celebration from home.
Morrison provided words of encouragement and a little advice on better self-care.
Your body can fight off sickness and illness better when you move it more, when you feed it better, and when you have better thoughts. So health is always important, and I really hope that people see even more now, how much power you actually do have to help yourself feel strong from the inside out.
The event will be held Saturday, January 16th at 6 p.m. For more information, you can call 989-356-5600. In Alpena, Stephanie Mich, WBKB News.
Thanks for that, Stephanie. Coming up, 2 local heroes saved a pup from the ice.
Up later in the newscast.
Thanks for that, Ellie. Well, 2 local heroes saved a dog who fell through the ice last Friday, and today, WBKB caught up with the firemen responsible for the brave act. Chris Morrison and Michael Sanders from Alpena City Fire Department received a call on Friday for an ice rescue along the Thunder Bay River where 2 dogs had been playing. The firefighters located the pup who had fallen through, and Morrison, dressed in what the station calls a Mustang suit, began swimming and breaking the ice to rescue him.
I had my suit, Mike had the rope. As soon as we got to the shoreline, you could see where the dog was. Mike hooked me up to my rope, my rescue rope, and then I just started swimming. Had to break through the ice all the way out there. Finally got to the dog.
While Sanders says his partner is a strong swimmer, Morrison admits that breaking the ice and swimming with the dog took a toll.
Once I got out there and realized, I turned around with the dog, I realized that was a long ways, and I was winded.
After the dog was brought to shore, he was dried off and brought to a local veterinary clinic to warm up.
We had another safety person on the edge. He grabbed the dog, we brought him up on shore, dried him off, and then we put him in the back of our ambulance and took him to a local veterinary clinic.
As soon as we got that dog there, we brought him in the back door, and I think there was like 6 ladies that just surrounded us, took the dog, put him on the table, hot blankets, hot IVs, fluids, blow dryers going.
While Morrison was the one getting the cardio in this time, he may be taking the onshore role for the next emergency.
Because he said the next one's mine. He was really tired. People don't realize, even though we train for it, how taxing it is.
The two dogs, named Loki and Thor, are both home, and Loki is now safe and dry and hopefully staying away from the river. And a great job for everyone who took part in that. From the firemen to the veterinary clinic, they saved somebody's family.
Amazing story. Very nice. Well, coming up on WBKB.
KB11.com.
With all the rain and snow on the way, I wish I had a little furry coat to wrap my body in at all times. We'll have you caught up on all the local sports news coming up next. But let's not forget Jake Vanderbrook with a preview. What's going on tonight, Jake?
All right, Tyler, I'll tell you this. We're seeing mixed reactions on social media regarding the MHSA's decision, but for some, they like it. More on that. Plus, the Lions are expected to hire their new general manager, Find out who. Up next in sports.
Presidential administration and the Kennedy Center announces its latest class of honorees. Danya Bacchus has your eye on Entertainment Report.
The show will go on. The 43rd Annual Kennedy Center Honors, postponed in December because of the COVID pandemic, will celebrate the lifetime achievements of 5 cultural icons this spring. The honorees include artist, choreographer, and actress Debbie Allen, singer-songwriter and activist Joan Baez, country superstar Garth Brooks, violinist Midori, and legendary actor Dick Van Dyke. The event will feature in-person events and virtual tributes during the week of May 17th. The 43rd Annual Kennedy Center Honors airs June 6 on CBS. Tom Hanks hosts an all-star primetime special on Inauguration Evening. The 90-minute show, called Celebrating America, will feature appearances by incoming President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. Bon Jovi, Demi Lovato, Justin Timberlake, and others will perform. Catch Celebrating America on various streaming services and right here on CBS Wednesday night. And Owen Wilson plays Greg, a recently fired and divorced man who follows an enchanting woman into an alternate reality in the sci-fi romantic drama Bliss.
There's my guy. Welcome home.
This place is overwhelming.
Salma Hayek plays Isabel, a discredited scientist and conspiracy theorist who convinces Greg the real world he's inhabiting is really just a simulation within a blissful existence. Bliss streams February 5th on Amazon. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Danya Bacchus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And as always, you can read more about our broadcast stories and get the scoop on other news items online.
Just visit WBKB11.com for sports, weather, and news updates anytime, day or night.
Or be sure to check us out on our Facebook page and Twitter handle at WBKB11.
And that's all we have for you this evening. Be sure to catch us back here tonight at 11 with Stephanie Manici. Have a great evening.